Hello YouTube, it is Kyle and you are tuned into the Swop. So today we're going to be discussing Discover, which we previously did a video about, but they have a bunch of new exciting updates and stuff that have just recently rolled out. And if you do want to hear about all the updates that are actually coming, Rick Porter, the founder of Discover, gave us some alpha in our Twitter space. I believe it was January 18th. You can also find it on one of our previous, recently uploaded YouTube videos actually. So without wasting much time, if we go over to Discover's Twitter page, it is Discover1, and you can see that they're a Web3 social media built on internet computer, and you can find their link to their website right there, their DApp. So we'll just click over it, go to the Swop. This is obviously our portal. A portal is a community. We have about 5,600, 5,700 people in this portal in particular. We own multiple portals, kind of like a lot, to be honest. But yeah, here we have our gaming portal, which has about 6,100, and then our music portal. So trying to get more fun culture going onto the platform. It's still very early days, but they have about 200,000 users, and I think about 15,000 daily active users. So there's quite a bit. Like it's growing fairly quick. And for those of you that might be traveling to NFT NYC, I know Juan, who's the co-founder, he's supposed to be speaking in April. I believe it's April 12th through the 14th for NFT NYC. But yeah, without wasting much time on this, we'll kind of just show you what the platform's like. So real quick, we'll go home. We can see that on this is voting features and stuff for top posts of the week. Discover likes to do rewards and stuff for the top posts, and like they really update people on what's going on in the ecosystem. So they do a fantastic job with that. You'll see a lot of people showing in the Discover portal. It's got 52,000 active people in the primary hub. So they get a lot of like, I should say like, a majority of most of the posts and stuff will go through there because you're going to reach the biggest audience. And then they do show the hot portals and stuff. And I believe you can see, our gaming portal and our music portal in here. So we've been growing those pretty quick, and excited to see like the culture and stuff that comes around with it. So if you want to utilize the gaming portal, feel free to post like your Twitch links or a Kick, I think is a new one. And share gaming clips, just talk about games, all that. We're gonna have some stuff come out for like tournaments and like a tournament canister, and be able to do like league creation and stuff. But yeah, back to Discover. We'll go make a post in the Swop. So as you can see here, we can see like the new post, the top post, and all this. So you'll see like this one's got 700 upvotes. You can go through the comments and stuff, and see priority comments, just like you kind of would on Reddit. You see like the thread trail of it. So yeah, we'll do a post real quick, and we'll just say, hey YouTube, and do a swap. And we'll do YouTube tag. All right, awesome. So this is just loading in. So this is stored on chain when I post this, so that's freaking awesome. Again, really cool to be able to use Web3 social media that's built on chain on a decentralized network. And you can see here that it fires pretty quick, and it's not going to show you like the rest of the portal there, but you can tie in links, you can put rules, you can see what's going on with Discover, who the admin is, and roles, and so on. So about the portal, this was created April 14th, 2022, and we just kind of say, we're a multimedia company, we do entertainment, we're going to have events, festivals, and conferences coming for the IC ecosystem. So yeah, really looking forward to all that. And previously on our Twitter space, we talked with Rick about some of the features that were coming, and Discover's going to be adding in Twitter Spaces, essentially, like that feature. So you'll be able to do Spaces, not exactly Twitter Spaces, right? So super excited for that, and I actually got to test a little bit of that for them. So I'm really excited and looking forward to it. Like just in general, I think it's gonna be really cool to be able to have gated spaces. We've had an issue with like people coming up and yelling on the space, before, so like not something I really want to have to go through. I'd rather have like a space where I can be like, hey, like if you're holding X token or whatever, you can come up and talk and ask questions and so on. So I think it's a cool feature, and there's a couple other features and stuff I don't really want to dive into just because like that's for them to expose, not me. So I really do appreciate the thought process that went into it, though. It's like they're gonna crush it with the spaces. So yeah, as you can see over here, you can see notifications. You can see a deleted post, all that. Like basically, you have your fungies, they call it. You can see my SNS1. I have one of those. You can see the portals that I own. You can see posts on the profile, right? So you get a score. Discover hasn't necessarily launched their token yet. They're going to have, I believe they're going to launch with SNS. So they'd raise and you'd get a governance token from there. And then you can, vote on the updates through code with DAO. So it's some really exciting things brewing for them. And you would be able to send NFTs, tokens, and stuff to a principal ID. For those of you who aren't too familiar with ICP, you have a principal ID and you have a wallet address. And on the network, you can send things from principal ID to another principal ID. So it's just to keep it on chain, essentially. But you can still send stuff with a wallet address, like to, I can send to a wallet address or a principal ID on ICP, but I would have to send from the wallet address to an exchange or whatever if I'm gonna, send off the chain. So. Yeah, I think that covers a lot of it. For portals in particular, you can go through, you can select your favorites. I have a bunch. So for instance, let's go to manage portal. I can update the photo. I can give people roles. I can manage the members, do bans and so forth. Do gated portals. So you would need a token of mine. So like go to gamer. So if you had go to gamer, then you'd be able to access my portal and so on. So there's cool ways to do it. I don't have a bunch of admin and all this all set up on this quite yet. But we're introducing some mods and stuff to Discover as we're rolling out the features. I don't know why this is slow here. Not ideal for it to go slow during a video. I might glitch something. Anyway, we'll get back to this real quick. So I'll go to the gaming portal and we'll manage portals and go to the gates. You can see that you can do phone verified. You can add in NFT gates. You can ban people. I have one person that kept posting something malicious, so I had to ban them. And then yeah, so like you can see all the members here. You can go through the settings, add links, rules to the server, and so on. So basically, you just want to be able to provide quality content on here. And as you can see, we have a bunch of gaming clips on this portal in particular. You can access canister games and so on. This one was really cool. It's got pinball. And then we'll go over to the music portal real quick. So like in here, we have people sharing, their favorite music, documentaries, studio sessions, and so forth. So just kind of building a cool culture around Discover. I think it's very vital for people building communities or influencers and stuff to kind of shift to Web3, because basically you could get deplatformed or censored by any Web2, social media platform out there and lose your following. So I think it's necessary for people to kind of start to see these platforms and make the shift over, just because you actually own your content here and you're not going to get deplatformed. Like it's a cool UI, and as we see more people shift over, we're going to start to see more cool culture and all these things that you really want to be a part of, instead of just like necessarily talking about crypto, blockchain, and all that necessarily. But there's room for it to have your comedy sketches, talk about NBA, football, whatever, DIY videos, you name it. That's all going to be coming over here shortly. And I think we'll kind of see that once they do add in the Twitter Spaces. Well, not Twitter Spaces. Their version of Spaces, I think, is going to be a huge amplifier to their platform, because it gets you, more personable with the communities and stuff that are on here. And again, I believe I mentioned earlier in the video, Juan, the co-founder, is going to be talking at NFT NYC. So if you're watching this video before then, make sure you're kind of on the lookout for an update from their team prior to, or maybe just after NFT NYC. So, and we have the score over here. I think I touched on that a little bit, but profile settings, portals, airdrops. Again, real quick, you can see the fungies, the tokens, so you can tip people on the platform. I'll kind of just show that before we end the video. So I could essentially tip 100 ghosts. I could share, translate, all that. We'll see what the comments look like there. So it's cool. So yeah, I think this is a platform worth diving into. So I hope to see more of you, make the transition over, because they do have a lot of cool, exciting things going on. And I think with the platform being under 2 years old, with 200,000 people using the platform, what's the next year going to bring? Like, we could see, that double to 400,000 pretty quick. It all kind of just depends on the content that really gets provided here. I think more communities will kind of gravitate towards this over time. So, all right, you guys, check out the Twitter Space video that we did add to our YouTube. It's just the audio from the interview with Rick Porter. He's an awesome guy. I think you guys should really check out that, because there's a lot of alpha that he exposes in that, with the communities, the portals being able to have their own wallet, so that way a community can run a treasury and stuff from the portal, which I think is freaking awesome. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate your time, and enjoy the rest of your day.